You asked for it, so I'm back. I have more Lovepocalypse lore. New characters. I tried to think about the zombie virus a little bit. And I'll explain a little bit of the storyline. For those who need context, in the last video, or well, a couple last videos ago, I made these OCs for a zombie apocalypse setting where our protagonist Amaryllis, who's so pink and cute and whimsical, goes to confess to her quotation marks crush on Valentine's Day, only to get caught in a zombie apocalypse. Bad luck, but you know, let's get into it. So the first, I'm gonna show off the newest character design, which is Basil Baz Bloomfield, aka one of Vincent's best friends, essentially. And his color is green. His color is green, and there isn't much deep thinking to that. It's just that his name is Basil Bloomfield, so I made it green. And I drew him a plant icon, even though he has nothing to do with plants. But whatever. That could change. I mean, like, that could change. Anyways, main point. He's the class clown who's usually relegated to the sidekick of, well, Vincent, the cutest boy in school. Usually when girls come to him, it's because they want to get a word in with Vincent. So, classic. His popularity and likability stems from his humorous nature, but it doesn't hold as much aura and, like, I don't know, give people as much cuteness aggression as they do with Vincent. This eternal second place would probably make people jealous. I mean, like, it probably happens in most things. I don't know. Actually, I can't name an example straight away. But Baz doesn't care about all that. He's just here to support his friend. I mean, honestly, he thinks he could treat Vincent better than any of these girls. But, like, as a best friend, you know, like, yeah, totally. Baz is humorous, witty, and easy to get along with. And, you know, he's just an easygoing guy. He's a chill guy. Yes, I'm inserting the picture of the guy. It feels like no one in class has ever seen him, like, actually bothered or angry or having a problem about anything. So, you know, they don't just see him with a smile on his face. But that's mostly because he runs away from problems before they can catch him. That's probably why I haven't seen anything about it. Yeah. So, as I said before, he tends to avoid problems by using humor. He's a funny guy. He hates facing problems head on, and he'd rather run away than help out when the going gets tough, which is like, hoo-hoo! How is it that only Amaryllis and Fran are carrying this team? Vincent is the rule-following coward, and Baz is designated funny guy. Like, wow. We have hashtag in denial Airways girl and toughest, coolest girl ever running this zombie squad. Like, guys, work harder! No, but it's okay. I forgive him because I like him. And I love my OCs. They're like my children. Lock in, bro. Just, like, lock in. But, you know, his first instinct at trouble is, like, run away immediately. Shoo! Cartoon character. Blast of smoke. So, you know, probably not useful for the situation, but, you know, could be a conflict generator, I guess. The going gets tough. Now, onto the zombie virus. In the last video, I did include my, poorly explained OC lore for this, so initially the concept was going to be, I don't know, in my notes it says, caused by off-brand love potion virus. Magic, whatever. It turns people into mindless love zombies and spreads throughout the school. Which, I don't know. I mean, that could work. I'm not a professional about zombie virus outbreak causes that aren't like, I don't know, evil scientists in a lab or something other than that. I don't actually watch, or have seen a lot of apocalypse media. I don't think so. I binge read the Webtoon Surviving Romance like 1 week. It was really good. I was really interested. I liked that, but probably mostly because of the fourth wall breaking aspects. But yeah, Lovepocalypse. There was a comment on my other video that I just saw recently that had a good idea. I hope you don't mind me putting the screenshot there, but being attracted to the chemicals in your brain that cause crushes, whatever, that's a good idea, because I was going to make it so that they target you if you're actively in love with someone, they will target you immediately. So You're doomed. You're doomed. Let's see the rest of my notes. When they bite, they leave heart-shaped bite marks. I thought that would be cute. Do their jaws look like that at all? No. But is the bite mark a heart shape anyways? Yes. Because I think it would be really cute. And it's thematically relevant. And I think it'd be fun to draw. Don't think about it too hard. The bug can spread through bites and through spit. So if they slobber all over you, don't even mess with that. Wash your hands. Take a shower or wash your hands. Yeah. Back to the targeting thing. Yeah, if you're actively into someone, you're a target. So like they'll hone in on you, they'll smell you through the walls or something, they'll be like and yeah, they'll look for you in your group setting. Hence, Amaryllis is actually like pretty safe as long as you stay out of their way. So they'll target you, like, I guess if you're in their way or like within their sight range, in their line of sight, like, I don't know, like normal aggressive zombies, but then they'll like extra target you if you're actively into someone. What does this mean for a certain green guy? I don't know. We'll just have to leave that up to chance. Last part of the video, I had one more piece of art in that canvas for the speed paint, but I had no idea what to talk about. So I'm just going to talk about each character's relationship to each other, I think. So like verbal OC relationship chart, except I haven't written all the relationships, so I'm making some of these up on the fly. And then I guess some general story stuff, thoughts, whatever. Live action brainstorming, you're listening to me right now. For their classmates, I say these four are like the main gang of the story. I would see it that way, but I like to think maybe there are some more classmates around, like possibly side characters, or maybe they are like kind of relevant, but like in an extended group context. Like you've got the main four, and then if you want to think about the whole of them in a context, there's a couple more classmates along the way. Yes, this is because I like reading surviving romance, and I really liked I liked the bigger cast. It was like interesting, except like not every character had like the most amount of screen time, so it was kind of like balancing out the balancing act of who's relevant, who's what, so you don't have to focus on everyone equally, so it doesn't take up too much time, something like that. But for each character's relationships with each other, so I put it in how one sees the other and then vice versa. So Amaryllis and Vincent, she sees him. Oh, I kind of went over this last time, but yeah, she sees him as this sort of like idol. He's like a narrative symbol to her. He's something, cause she thinks she likes him. So it's like, see, like I can totally like people like him, the generic guy that everyone likes. See, I can like people, but then she realizes, when it comes to the actual apocalypse and he's low-key kind of useless, she's instincting her rubbing her, like pinching her nose, like, why did I even choose this guy? He's kind of useless. But no, he's not that useless. I'm sure he can be helpful in his own way. He's just like that. And how does Vincent see Amaryllis? That's a real question. I've talked a lot about how she quote-unquote crushes on him, but how does he see her? That was a tongue twister. Truthfully, he is kind of afraid of her. Not just because she's like kind of obsessed and like really like out there. She's got like a lot of energy, but also because when the apocalypse starts, she's like kind of really good at it. She's like, have you been in an apocalypse before? Hello? It's like, wow. What do you mean her branding is that she's like cute and pink? She's scary. She's hashtag lying. Yeah, Amaryllis and Fran. These two. There's a little purple pink opposites aesthetic thing going on. Amaryllis thinks that Fran is like too serious, honestly. Really serious and mean and smart. She's like, damn, loosen up. And she's mean. But that's just because like Fran underestimates her. And I don't know, I feel like they're narratively opposed because Fran is the type to want to help others and Amaryllis is like, let's fend for ourselves. It's like, whoa, I thought you were like the really sweet, caring girl. What do you mean you want to fend for yourselves? But, you know, I think once they get to know each other better, then it's like, oh, both like actually really practical and cool. Hell yeah, girl. That's awesome. And you know, I think that could be an awesome duo. As for Amaryllis and Baz, I feel like that's like if I had a chart and I had to have all the arrows connecting each character in their 4 corners of their little square. I guess they're like the 2 that are like maybe least acquainted. So she doesn't know much about him apart from like the surface level knowledge, like, oh, he's Vincent's sidekick, I guess. And so, you know, she thinks he's like alright, and it's like whatever, he's a funny guy. And she wonders whether he ever feels overshadowed by Vincent. And fun fact, she did actually consider him as a possible filler-in crush once, but then she was like, nah, I'm gonna woo Vincent instead. Yeah. The typical guy. The default crush. Okay. Couldn't have got faker if you tried, girl, but whatever. As for Baz, he doesn't know much about Amaryllis either. He thinks her cheeriness and obsession with romance is like kind of funny rather than like considering it's like she's like a shoujo protagonist but in real life. She's kind of delusional. It's kind of crazy, but like whatever. You're funny, girl. Except for like the fact he's not too bothered by that. Except for the fact that she's chasing after Vincent next, and you know, once again in his head he's like, I could treat you so much better, man. Like okay, Baz, whatever. So that's our main character's POVs on everyone. As for these three's opinions on each other, I think Vincent and Fran I think they're like one of the less acquainted again, but once again Fran is like, wow, guys, this guy is literally just eye candy. Not in like a he's pretty and vapid and stupid and like confident way, but like he's pretty and he's kind of a wet sopping bag of wet paper bag. Which, and Vincent, I think Vincent would admire Fran. You know, like I think maybe if they weren't in such a stressful situation, maybe they could like be better friends. And she's like, you need to toughen up. He asked for no pickles, and he's like, I didn't ask for pickles. Which, maybe. I haven't written down the rest of the three's relationships to each other. That is, Vincent and Baz is, well, you know, I said it before. They're best friends. Baz cares for him for the world. Vincent's a little oblivious, and he's like, they won't be coming to me for love confessions again. And Baz is like, dude, they're all into you. It's going to be in their love confession. It's asking you under that conveniently placed shoujo-esque Sakura tree, bro. Like, look me in the eyes and tell me this is not another love confession. And then they get jumped by zombies. But yeah, that's the start of the story. But I think they're sweet. They're best friends. They probably met in like maybe in like primary school or something, or like they met in middle school, maybe just like one of those where they met really early on and they've been friends like ever since, and they're probably going to still be friends when they're old and wrinkled and gray. It's really sweet. And last one, Fran and Baz. Once again, one of the ones that are like a less acquainted one. Same with Amaryllis and Baz. Like, she probably thinks, oh, it's the haha funny clown guy. Probably is this or whatever. And Baz is like, oh, it's like the tough cool music girl. I don't know anything other than she's like a tough cool music girl who doesn't really like talking to people. So surface level observations, really. But maybe they have a similar music taste. I'm sure I can imagine that. Maybe they'd bond over a music taste. So that's it for this Lovepocalypse lore video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not sure about designing other students that may appear just yet. Might work on some other stuff instead. But I hope you liked that explanation and each of the characters' ideas of each other and blah blah blah. All that stuff. as for like the main story, I really only got the start where, you know, Amaryllis goes confesses to Vincent, gets jumped by zombies, they have to go back to class. We're like, there are zombies outside! Or well, Vincent is like, there are zombies outside! Even though Amaryllis told him not to spill, but he was panicking. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, what do you do? And Amaryllis tries to take charge, and they're like, whoa, didn't know you could do that, girl. And then conflicts of interest, ideas of what to do, blah blah blah. Apocalypse stuff. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. I hope you like the lore. If you have ideas, if you or had thoughts, theories, whatever, spill them in the comments. I'd like to hear what you guys say about the stuff. I'm glad to know y'all are interested. But that's it. Bye!